We are back.
Is it noon yet?
I know it's happy hour somewhere.
The saying is it 5 yet? But I like the saying, is it noon yet?
It's always
you can't
happy
drink
hour
all day
somewhere.
if you don't start in the morning, right?
Exactly. It's Sunday fun day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good brunches. We should talk about brunches sometime. I had dim sum, by the way, over at Mandarin Garden in Bloomington. It was amazing, a dim sum brunch. It was so delicious. I've never done it before.
I love dim sum.
Yeah. Well, they've got the best. They came on the carts, and there were some things I wouldn't touch, but most of it was delicious. So a couple of things we need to talk about. We have a website. It's up and running, and it is updated. It's
tcrealestatehour.com. You can find everyone's pictures on the website, so you can see what we look like if you don't watch our YouTube videos, but you can also find our YouTube videos on there for every week. The previous show will be on there, episode, whatever you want to call it. We also have podcasts on there, so you can listen to past podcasts. You can link to our Facebook page. You can sign up for a market update that you get monthly. You can reach out and contact any of the guests that we have on the show, including Stephanie's information is on there as well. It's just a great resource, and it's got probably a ton of things that I'm not even thinking about right now, but visit it, tcrealestatehour.com. I put a lot of time and energy into it, so please.
Thank you.
Please visit it and let us know what you think.
And what's the phone number for people to call us?
Oh, and if you want to give us a call, our number is 651-400-0773. That's 651-400-0773.
Sorry, I should know that by now. But Jason always says that part, so I don't need to learn that line. But now I'm going to have to learn it because...
Well, you want people to know how to get a hold of you. And I always tell people, too, I'll give you now my phone number is 612-940-7335. And I'm a big texter, so a lot of times people, they're like, do I have to talk to somebody? No, you don't. You can text me and say, hey, I heard, I have a question or I want to get connected. I manage a team of 14 loan officers across the Twin City area. So regardless of what city or county you're in, I can get you connected with a Wells Fargo loan officer. You could just text me, hey, I have a question. Or you talked about that My Home Roadmap program. You can text me your email address or find my information on the website. And I'm sure you guys would do the same thing. It's whatever form of communication you want, we've got it. We text, email, call, website.
You text us, we'll text you back. You email us, we'll email you back.
And that's why
if you don't want us to call, we won't.
Well, and we do a lot of our customers. We have everything. We talk about your loan tracker. With our software system right now, if you're in loan process, you can literally take a picture of your W-2, click, and upload it to your loan file.
Wow.
And it doesn't get stored on your phone or anything like that. It's the same concept that we have with our mobile banking technology. So it's really great. So yeah, if you don't want, and again, my website too is just stephaniehavel.com. A lot of really great resources. We get people all the time. What if I put an extra, my grandma said she was going to give me $5,000. What if I put an extra $5,000 down? Will that make a difference in my payment? Might be. You can go online, check out our loan calculators. Maybe you need that because maybe the house you're buying doesn't have a great furnace or might need some windows. And so you might think, well, geez, it's only going to make a difference of $10 in my payment, but $5,000 could get me new curtains, a fixed window, a power wash, and some potted plants for for the outside of my house. So so definitely a lot of good resources out there. So
what are some amazing curtains?
Yeah.
Well, there was the power washing in there too.
Okay.
No, it's curtains, power washing, the furnace.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My gosh,
Furnace,
the reason I'm thinking about why is because I'm thinking about updating my house. I've lived there for 11 years, and there's portions of my house that are not even painted. That still have the original
sheetrock,
white walls,
or just so they're painted.
Yeah, just painted. Whatever the basic white.
Okay, got it.
I do mortgages, okay, not houses. Can you tell? I'm not really versed in the whole housing stuff. That's why I have friends that help me with this stuff. But I'm thinking it's time to give my house an update. And possibly moving. I don't know. I really like where I live, but again, you never know. Things come up or opportunities, and maybe I want to move. So I kind of have been thinking about, well, geez, I could probably use a little fresher upper. It's been 11 years, and maybe I need to get some new curtains or I looked at the outside of my house, need to get it pressure washed and everything like that. So
Well, there's a way you live in your house, and there's a way you sell your house, and sometimes when you have company, there's a way you present your house.
Yes.
right.
Yes,
I read an
very
article.
true.
I read an article the other day. It was the 20-year homeowner, and they had lived in their house for 20 years. Their kids grew up there. They were going to be empty nesters soon. They never did the move up. They never did the move up. So now they don't have to do the move down. They don't have to downsize. It was a very interesting point of view to think about. There used to be a lot of homeowners where you bought that house and that's where you lived.
Yes.
For a
my
long time. Grandparents raised 9 kids in the house that they bought when they were just starting out their family, and it didn't get sold until after they had passed away. And now there's the move up buyer. There's first time home buyer, move up buyer. You're downsizing. You're shifting laterally, like all sorts of different stuff. It just depends on how you live your life, and
Right. Yeah, and that's a good aspect. And it just made me think, too, I just thought of another guest we got to have on our show. Are you ladies familiar with feng shui?
Yeah.
Great friend of mine, Kim Julene. She's on Facebook. She's an amazing, I guess, a feng shuiist or feng shui
Well, that's one that we should
artist.
have Katie on for sure, because we were
Oh,
talking
yes,
about
Katie does
feng shui.
with
She's
the-
all about feng shui right now. She was telling me about something that's going on in their entryway, and she needs to get it fixed, because she feels like if that is fixed, there are things in life that will be fixed.
Well, I can tell you, it does.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It does. And actually, I was just because last night I was at a bridal shower, and one of the gals is having this feng shui gal come to her chiropractic office clinic and do a seminar. And a girlfriend of mine said, "Oh, I don't believe in that stuff." She's like, I want them to come to my house and tell me I have to move everything around." I said, and this cousin of mine, she's an amazing, gorgeous home, fabulously decorated. And I said, just because it already might be feng shui, you just might have that knack. I said, it's just one of those things when you walk into a place and it's like all these stores. Restaurants you hear about all the time, the color of the tablecloths or the music that's playing or the way the door is. I totally believe in all of that stuff.
I totally believe that Target has a feng shui person in their repertoire, because I go in there and I can't stop spending money.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and all those
Subliminal messages that are playing through the store.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
But they
no.
do place certain products at a child's height so that the child sees it and wants it.
Yeah.
And I love when I go to the checkout and there's the Pokemon cards and there's the candy.
Right.
And it's like, no,
But-
please
right, but-
don't do this to me.
Well, and then, like you said, though, that's so much for your house. And I think what you talk about
Yeah.
for curb appeal, and I know your girlfriend that was on the show that she talked about it too, exactly what you were saying, Casey. Those people drive up to your house and they're like, no, don't like it. And then
Because if this is what the outside looks like, what is the inside?
yeah,
gonna
and you
look
could go
like?
inside.
Yep.
It could be gorgeous, granite
Yes.
countertops. We see that a lot with. We do some work with a lot of the different cities and counties where these counties have purchased a home and re-renovated them, or the Home Path where they've done, brought it up to, code, so to speak. Well, they're going to focus more on the structure of the home, the guts. They're going to make sure it has the good windows and the flooring and all that kind of stuff. But they don't spend so much money. I had a couple, and same thing, the outside the house. I was like, ooh, and then you go inside. I was like, wait a minute, is this picture the same as what's on the inside? And I think it is. You can walk into somewhere and just feel like, and I think that's what you talk about. We even talked about the pros and cons of selling your house or getting prepared.
Yep.
Don't take it personal. Get rid of the pictures and all that kind of stuff, or things that might
Yep.
not
and if you're
appeal to somebody
handy,
else.
Home Depot, you do the window inserts. They're not very expensive. I've done them myself, and if I can do it, anybody
What's a
can
window
do it.
insert?
So they sell Anderson windows for inserts, so that you keep the trim up, and then you pop off. There's some wood that holds the windows in, so you pop that off. The old windows come out; they literally just fall out, and then you have the right sized window. You screw it into the existing framework.
Okay.
And then you pop the trim around that, just a little quarter round around it, and you've got your new window. When you get really good at it, it only takes an hour a window, and it costs about $150 a window. Whereas if you have someone else do it, you're looking at $500, maybe more per window.
Well, I would even say this for my screens. I had to get all of my screens replaced last year because the birds and everything else were eating the screens, eating holes in my
yes.
screens. So, but amazing how they just come out. They just Like I'm trying to pop the screens out and bring them into the hardware store, and brought one in and bent the frame. I'm like, oh, forget it. But I like couldn't open any of my windows then.
Yeah.
You know, because the bugs and everything like that. So, you know, good thing the neighbor was having their screens replaced, saw the guy's van. I'm like, hey, can I get your card? Call them. They come right out. They just cut the screen right out of the window and place it right there. They never even take the screen out of the window. It was amazing.
Wow.
Maybe I should call the screen doctor and have him out here too. Jeez,
Yeah.
he could be on the guest.
There we go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, what a difference. Yeah, to have new screens put on my house. So yeah, again, that thing, you know, you notice that you might not notice in your house, that could make all the difference in the world if you're not opening your windows because you've got holes in your screens and let the bugs in. So
And the mosquitoes are vicious this year.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
We did not get to all the times you should visit a home before you buy it, but we will in the next segment.
in the next segment, yes.
more to talk about.
Well, I'm Stephanie Havel with Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, 612-940-7335.
I'm Dawn Eldridge with Remax Results and the TC Radio Hour.
It's the morning still, and I'm Casey Thrash with the Eldridge and Stockwell team of Remax Results. This is the Eldridge and Stockwell Show. Visit us at tcrealestatehour.com. We'll be right back.